Hello YouTube, I'm Juhan Rodrik and here I'm making an update on my small painting collection that I have painted through many years, and this one here is one of my mixed media small canvas that I have made as a remix of my some of my paintings. Here is one of my Tallinn view through a silhouette that I used my older painting that I made in 2009, and here is a small print that I I cut up and used it in this painting in its current form, and included some of my car painting, and I got a remix like this one. It's pretty small canvas like that, the 10 by 30 centimeters, and here I made it into a current form. And this painting has not been on exhibition, and I have put some of my small works on exhibition where there are showcases available, but on my art shows it hasn't been exhibiting any of my small artworks. So that's an exclusive opportunity to see some of my small works but I'm thinking if I can get an exhibition with a few showcases, then I'll put them up and make a small painting exhibition. I have quite a few of them, and this is one of them, and it's kind of a pop surrealist work as it came out, and it has also has grown over the years. I started it in 2010, and I painted it into its current shape in 2012 or 2013 on several occasions. So some of my artworks get together on one go, but some grow over the years, and this is one example of my paintings that has grown over the years into its current shape, and I'm quite pleased how it came out. And here is one more. I also used one of my painting in print, and I cut it up and used it here as a small painting. The painting with two silhouettes is grown into much different form at the moment, so the painting that is used here doesn't exist any longer. But here I painted it into this form, and I made it when I was starting to use more vibrant and more hot colors, like shown here. And nowadays if I paint something, I most likely use some sort of very bright and vibrant colors, growing into the current positive art that I do is made with some colors like these, and they're pretty energetic. And if someone sees my artworks, then they are also inspired and energized by the colors, and I feel quite accomplished by it. And here, this one is also not been exhibited on any of my art shows that I have made, but I think with a showcase or something I'll figure out to put them up. Well, if you have to fill up the exhibition hall and put these small paintings up one by one, it would be quite tiring to get them on the wall. Can take about a day or something like that to get it set up. So, but yeah, I think I'll grab the challenge. And this one is also one of my remixed paintings. This painting is actually one of my pinup series that in original, this painting is where this fragment has been taken is 70 by 100 centimeters, and here is a small print that I have cut a section out and put it into such a collage work with another painting. My previous painting also here, this one this is where the silhouette is taken out from, and this painting in real life is a rectangular canvas which measures about 125 by 150 centimeters. It's quite big canvas, and here is a small version of it. It's one of my few tell-in views that I have painted, and this tell-in view is one that I have painted the most and used in my artworks. And here is one of my mixed media artwork of my lovely Gecko series, and these geckos and small lizards, and something that I paint. I haven't painted them much. I have these as drawings, and I just tested them as a painting, and I have only a few paintings made into my lovely Gecko series. Mostly I have some drawings, and some of them I have made digitally colored drawings, and these drawings were actually pretty small. I scanned them in and colored up, and I ended up with some artworks. But this one is one that I have painted, and it's actually also quite a small canvas, and I'm quite pleased how it came out. And here's one of my pinup series. I think I'll continue a little bit work on this one, but at the moment I don't know how to or what to add to it, but maybe I'll figure out, and if I figure out, then I'll execute something on it. But yeah, that's also quite a small canvas, and something. This one this is something that I started in 2009. This painting, and it has also grown into its current shape after a long stay on my wall, and then I took it down and continued painting it into its current shape, and it took its current shape in 2012. And here, and put it on my easel, is one of my mixed media and collage and painting artwork made acrylic over collage. Here's a photograph actually used here, and the rest has been painted. I cut up some sketches I had and mounted them together in this formation, and made it on a round canvas. And this one I have exhibited, and I actually have a series of these round canvas artworks. I have a few of these more, and they are quite varied. This one I made in 2011, and it's pretty much painted with one go. I made it start to its current look in pretty much one go, and I'm quite pleased with how it came out. It's like looks has some marble looks in it, and some stone and marbles and glassworks, and how paints mix, and that's quite inspiring for me. So I sometimes add some of these moments into my paintings as well, and it's well, also the fictional horse paintings, and that's quite a mix of my different kinds of paintings that I do mixed in one version. And with these small paintings, I sometimes mix up more stuff, like use cut up paintings or replicas of like this one. Here I also used a small small prints of two of my artworks. One was Kalashnikov Fairy, but here I have a painted over version where I was testing my paint flows and possible looks that I can get to my artwork with flowing paints and things like that. And this one has been on exhibition also. It's a thick frame, small canvas like that, and it's also kinda came like into some sort of mysterious being, how it works in the room, and I'm quite pleased how it came out. And here's one of my abstract work that I made I was testing paint flow on a painting that I found substandard, so in my point of view, and then I decided to continue painting it literally. There's no way to screw up a painting. You can always add some more paint and make it look different. So there's no such thing as a screwed up painting, and I'm quite pleased how it came out. Like it's quite minimalist and has a few of my bright colors mixed up, and I feel kind of inspired and energized when I'm looking at it. So it's pretty small painting, but I'm quite pleased how it came out. And the next one is one of my I improvised cafe scene. I took a photograph of park in Tallinn, and in summer evening, and later I started painting on it, and this one is one that I made in 2007. And then I took the picture and put it on small canvas and painted it into its current look, testing some ways of combining photography and painting. I don't consider myself a photographer, but I sometimes use photography as an element. But I'm not focused on photography as a photographer. So I'm more like painter, and I mix things up. And here's an example of my improvised mixed media artwork of photo manipulation with paints. And I'm not sure how to call it. It's not digital photo manipulation, but it's manual photo manipulation or something like that. But also quite pleased, and that carries through the cafe feeling, and also the summer evening or mysterious night feeling, and or a town view feeling. So it's an artwork that I don't get bored with. And here is one small canvas that I have made. It's also a mixed media artwork that I have made of two paintings. Here's one painting as a print. The original painting was 70 by 100 centimeter big canvas, and this one also is 70 by 100 centimeters. This painting is actually sold. It's not in my collection any longer, but I still use it on this artwork, and I'm quite pleased how it came out. I used some paint spatter and some splashing around, and made a small canvas like this one. Uses some. I mixed it together, and later I painted it, add the painting on it in its current form. I made it about in 2012 or something. This painting, these two paintings are done in 2009. This is sold into private collection, and this one is still in my collection. This is also a 70 by 100 centimeter painting, and here is a small print cut up into the current small artwork that I have made. And here's one of the same series of small paintings that uses some of my bigger paintings downsized into a smaller painting, and added some relief paint on it. And I was also experimenting with relief when I impasto, when I was doing these, so it has some it's more like three-dimensional painting a little bit. And also when I have shown it in my home and in my studio, and my studio guests also have liked these small artworks, and those have been also inspirational and energizing. These sometimes somebody looks these small artworks and gets inspired, and they kind of have loved these small works. Somebody called them candy boxes also, because these small canvases look like a candy box a little bit, but yeah, I took it as a compliment, and the name didn't stick for me, but I kind of agree with it. Well, I keep my art in positive fashion, and it's pretty accomplishing to get feedback that somebody was inspired of my art, or somebody's day was made a little bit brighter, and that's my goal, and that makes me feel quite an achievement when I accomplish that somebody gets inspired. I also get inspired when I'm going through my works and sorting them, and then I'll usually sometimes get to work that I find inspired to continue, and that's how it happens also when some of my unfinished works stay that way a long time, and when I go through them, then I find one that I continue. And this one is done also in many occasions, like a year or two apart of each time I painted it, and I'm kind of pleased how it came out. And here is one of my reversed canvases. It's actually a canvas that I painted on the back side, and one of my abstract paintings also. And I kind of like how the framing effect works when I don't paint on the intended side. I have a series of these which I have reversed, and this is one of them. And I did it because I was at the moment working on a subject that what's behind the forms, what's behind the shape. And then I was thinking about what's behind something, and then I got inspired doing this painting that exploits the subject, what's behind the canvas. Everybody sees the other side, but nobody usually sees this side, so I decided to, just for fun, to paint on this side, and I'm pretty pleased how it came out. And I also have exhibited this artwork and some of this series, and here these artworks are represented also on the links below the video that are available as prints, and some I have put on different items on the links below the video in my shop. And here this one is like I don't know, multifunctional artwork. Can put it any way. But yeah, okay. I think this is about it for today. Hopefully, I got some interesting information out, and if you would like to know more of my artwork and how and why and what I do, and if you find further need for information, my contact information is also below the video, and you're very much welcome to ask me anything about my art that I do, and I'll help you out with your need of information, and I hope I got you some inspiration, and I'll keep you posted and see you next time.